All right. Hey.
Bros, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 2.5 Bros. I am your whole host, Lawrence, aka Mr. Hit It with the Wee Wee, and I'm joined here with my brothers from another mother. My brother to the right of me, he's amped up because he got a Samsung today. Y'all know him as Wilkins. I call him Reverend Milk. What's up? How you doing over there?
And there's Rolando here. What up, Rolando? Escort killer. And then we got Mr. Lawrence. Because we just start this off.
What
the disrespect in the game when people see Samsung. Like Samsung ain't killing the game. You know what? Everything that the iPhone got, Samsung got it. And you know what? Your screen made by Samsung. It's your bitch ass motherfucking Apple niggas.
But
what?
You got Apple Music on your shit?
Of course I don't have Apple Music. I don't deal with the dark side. I don't deal with the dark side.
AirPods though.
But you know what? AirPods are fire though. They are fire. I ain't gonna deny that. I ain't gonna deny that.
Didn't you have the wireless shit for the Samsung shit?
No, they trash. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nah, you know what it is? And I'm a very honest consumer.
Okay.
Fuck Apple.
But
I
got an iPhone.
These AirPod Pros though.
Nah, them shits is fire. I got them shits.
No. So I had my sister gave me the regular AirPods.
Yeah,
I had those, right? And I was, using them. My boy was like, "Nah, these AirPod Pros are different.
Yeah,
they different.
You be in the
so, he let me wear it. I said, oh.
So I felt yourself and shit.
I felt I went to another world.
You can zone everybody out. You don't hear shit.
You don't hear nothing. And then also the beauty about them is that this is a whole ass commercial for AirPod Pros right now.
Sponsor us.
The beauty about them is that you can talk on them and you sound clear.
Yeah, this shit
I've done episodes of the podcast with them in my ear, and when I played it back, I sound fucking amazing. Because I think they took a lot of Beats technology and put them in there.
Oh, the Beats by Dre.
Yeah, they put the technology in the AirPods.
Them shits was expensive. I brought them shits when them shits was like $250.
They still $250.
I paid. Niggas was selling them. Some crackhead was selling like a bunch of them around my way.
No, so a crackhead got me, my nigga.
For fake ones.
Those are fake ones, but they look real.
Oh, they look authentic.
They look almost 100% real. But the difference is the case is a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
When you look at the aluminum part on the bottom, it's different. And then also, the crazy thing about it says Apple. It says Apple on them.
Okay.
And then in the back, because it's supposed to say,
I should say designed by
Apple in California. It says that.
And then the China shit,
It said, and there says China. But then it's like, but then when you put them on, you'll know the difference because when you put an AirPods Pros on, they go,
yeah,
because they close out. They don't do that.
Okay,
but they're actually good headphones.
Nah,
but niggas got me.
If it ain't the real shit, then I don't want it.
But you don't sound good when you talk to somebody. That's when you know that they're fake.
Oh yeah, that's super trash though. But Rolando,
what up,
Mr. Escort Killer over here, man? How you been? Because you had a busy week. Yo, I got some good news for you. My man is out here doing good. He got some new rides.
No, he told me. He told me in pre-production. The pre-production you were late for. But anyway,
listen. We ain't gonna talk like everybody in this room hasn't been late for more than one episode. So we not gonna do that.
Who has been late the most?
I mean, nigga,
who has been late?
Either way, we all been late.
Nigga came an hour and almost an hour late for an episode.
I couldn't do it.
First episode. Yeah.
No, twice.
Oh, twice.
I could. It's not my fault that niggas want to.
Nigga, leave early.
I mean, I left on
You live in Canarsie. Canarsie is wild to get here.
But that's the L train. That's.
And you know the L train got problems.
But it wasn't.
You know what? Let's move on.
It wasn't. Now you ain't gonna dismiss me. You ain't gonna throw dirt on me and then try to dismiss me out.
Let's put it on the table. Let's put it on the table.
Like the fact that I was 2 stops away, and then these niggas stopped the train to have an investigation because somebody wanted to stab somebody and niggas is out here with guns in the city. But Brooklyn is supposed to be the most dangerous borough in Queens and all this shit. But niggas,
Brooklyn is gentrified. Brooklyn is
well, now it is
coffee shops and places you get your hair cut.
You went to Brownsville lately?
Brownsville's still gentrified for the most part.
Niggas is still getting shot. They shot a UPS. I think it was, what month was it? For no reason. The man was just delivering packages at work and they shot the man. Like, but back to Mr. Escort Killer over here.
So what happened to you, my nigga?
And we got a party this weekend, and we're about to be lit.
What party you guys going to?
Oh, the party I was just telling you about, my boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When is it, Saturday?
Yeah, this Saturday.
2 weeks.
And niggas don't give me an invite? I don't get
What?
invited.
Nah,
They didn't even drop the location.
Yeah,
It's a
do it. He
secret
do it.
shit.
He do it at
But
different
I didn't
spot.
get an invite though.
When I find,
But you, huh? He's here. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. All right. He want to tell no one? All right. Cool.
All right. So
Hold on. Eddin?
Yo. I don't know if y'all hear me. Is Orange up?
Bear with us, guys.
Bear with us.
We trying to get our little guest that we got. We got a special guest here today, so we trying to get him on.
Oh, Big Dog's in the building. The
Hello.
legend. I can't hear you. Do I hear you?
I don't know if I'm
I don't hear
legend.
him. Hold on.
Let me know if it's from my side.
Yeah, I hear you now. You got
perfect.
headphones on?
Hello.
Hello. Yo,
Buenos dias.
listen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this man is, I'm going to tell you this man because these guys didn't do their research on this man first. First of all,
What research can you possibly do on me?
Nothing.
but you don't ask questions.
I did. I definitely asked you last night.
I told you. But Eddin, so anyways, so I'm gonna
Yes.
break it down for you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Eddin. He
Hello.
is low key, huh?
What?
Yes, it's here. So he is low key a legend in the game. Shh. But he's a silent legend. He's a silent legend killer. That made no sense. But go along with me, guys. Go along with me. So Eddin is
Yes.
Mr. top tier videographer, photographer in this podcast game.
okay.
He's Mr. I came from the mud and I made something of me. I don't know what his nationality is, but I was gonna assume he's Spanish.
Whoa. How you did my research and then you don't even know what nationality I am?
Bars. You know what? You're right. But they kept making but they kept making jokes on your brilliant idiots about you. So I didn't want to be disrespectful. So I didn't want to assume that those are real jokes though. But
Those are hilarious and very real jokes.
So the reason why I wanted him onto this episode, because it's 2.5 bros, it's about people's journeys. We talking about my man Rolando trying to get pussy from escorts. We talking about him getting new pussy on the game. But you know what? I want to hear about Eddin. Eddin, how'd you get into this videography podcast game on the rip? How did you do it?
That's a great question. Also, first of all, let me say, starting off, thank you so much for having me here. Pod. I feel like this is like the first interview I've ever really done, so this is inaugural for me. And for all y'all who don't know, my name is Eddin. You can follow me. Thank you, Eddin, on all social media platforms. My start, man, since high school, I was doing stuff like this, like videography, photography. Y'all ever have like those Envy phones? You know what I'm talking about? They like from Verizon, so like they had like a keyboard and shit.
Yeah.
It looked like a video game.
Like they were like a bootlegged sidekick.
Before sidekicks.
Yeah, exactly. So I had one of those phones, and I would take pictures with those phones. It actually had really good camera on it. I would take a lot of pictures with that phone in high school and shit. And I would be like, "Ooh, look at me being a fucking photographer," and blah blah blah. Time went by. I started doing video and stuff for high school, and I was like, "Oh, I could probably make money off of this." College came through, got my first camera saved up, did a wedding, made some money. I was like, "Oh, $100 was nice," and then it wasn't enough. So I just kept working all the way through. Then came a time when I was doing broadcasting. I was doing news reporting and videography and technical directing. So I came up with that. Then I saw Whoreible Decisions. Y'all know about Whoreible Decisions, I'll assume.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, for the people who don't know who Whoreible Decisions is, it's two women by the name of Mandy and Wheezy who do they're black sex podcast, also taped here at WTF Media Studios. And so I saw their post after watching them being on Brilliant Idiots, which is a show by Charlamagne and Andrew Schultz. And they were like, "Yo, we need a videographer. They need a graphic designer." I was like, "Graphic designer? Damn. I don't know how to do graphic design. I do video and photo and video editing. I can't do that." I didn't tell them that. So I hit their story up and I was like, "You know what? I do some graphic design." They're like, "Word?" I'm like, "Yeah. I could do a little like animated poster thing." So I would just do shit on Premiere, which is like an editing program. Did that. Next thing I know, I'm taking photos for them in their live show in Baruch, and then here I am managing and lead producing in a studio called WTF Media Studios. Yeah, that's the origin story. It's so funny to watch y'all like staring at me.
Looking at us, he looking at him, looking at us.
It's like, damn, when the fuck is he gonna shut up?
No, 'cause you're saying good shit, but you definitely pulled the fake it till you make it though.
You know what's funny is that yes and no.
Okay.
That story, and that is not a story. I feel like this is probably the first time I've ever publicly put out that story, because I think the fake it till you make it part is you gotta prepare yourself with some shit. Because imagine if I did that and I had no knowledge at all of what I was trying to do. In sense of preparing something like visually, I had, or just no talent, or I didn't practice anything, because all my skills, yeah, they come. I went to City College in New York. I did a film and video. I'll tell you right now, none of what I do now came from that. It came from experiences, jobs I did, mad practicing I've done, projects of my own that have either been successful or failed like crazy. And it's a lot of sweat. It's a lot of long nights. I'm talking about like, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I feel like y'all probably work mad hard. Y'all know like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. nights. Whoever is doing the video for this, they know, shit takes a long time. Yeah, it's a fake it till you'll make it story in quotes.
So I got a question for you, right? You said you had like ventures where you tried it and you failed on it, right? So every venture I feel like is a lesson learned. So like, can you give us like some of your failed things that you like with what you tried that you felt that and what you learned from it? Some people that's hearing this, or like people that wants to get into like this type of work and stuff like that.
Yeah. I used to be kind of prideful of the whole jack of all trades thing.
Okay.
And I'll tell you now, this is like the main 4 things I do. I shoot video, I edit video, I take photos, and I guess edit photos if you want to put them together, and I DJ. Those are the 4 main things I do, right? Before, I used to try to do every single little thing. I would try crazy hard with graphic design, or I'd try to do some music production. I've definitely like made like some beats on like a cracked version of Logic Pro 10 and shit. It wasn't happening. That's what I mean by failures. It's like I've done a podcast before. I wouldn't even say that one's a failure, but it's more of like something that I didn't get to do into its full ability with the time I have and things I got going on. And with that, I think I have absolutely no regrets in any of things I've tried to do. Because if I regretted it, that means I didn't care for. If anything I ever have regret for, it's stuff I didn't really try at all. If I just didn't try, it makes no. What's the point? If you're not putting money into it, you're putting time into it. And I'll be honest with you, from my experience, that time is way more valuable.
That's a fact. You can always get that money back. I tell people that all the time, even relationships.
Where's the part when y'all start asking me if I eat ass or not? I feel like that's what like most podcasts do. I feel like how good you feel in the field, and then it's like, yo, so I heard like, would you punch a bum for like $20? And I'm like, then I gotta tell you.
I was gonna ask you this.
Yeah.
Since you are doing so much in the game right now, your face is out there. How the bitches?
How are the bitches? That's a great question, because I feel like if my girl were to come and listen to the one interview I've ever done, this is probably the best part where I pretend that she doesn't have a knife to my throat, hypothetically here, and that if I were to say the bitches are great, I'm wilding. There are none. There absolutely none.
Yes. Did you have to like because you're such a faithful Hispanic man, because Hispanic men don't cheat.
Latino man, change that. Latino. Hispanic. I'm over here taking up my enslavers. Latino.
Oh, okay. I learned something new today. I learned something.
If you want to be more progressive, I guess Latinx. I don't really. I'm not gonna pretend that I don't.
I put that out there. We switch it up. So Latinx men don't cheat, but have you got any DMs, any crazy DMs like, yo, Eddin, I love your stuff. Can I suck your dick?
They just want to take enchiladas and sex.
No, I've never gotten a very direct. The fun. That's funny you say that. This week is the first week I ever gotten tagged onto, I guess, a compliment where it was like, damn, watch my girl hear. This is the part my girl's gonna hear. She's not gonna be like, oh, that's so nice. You know, he faked it. No, it's gonna be this part. And this is the watch. Some girl tagged me and was like, oh, like I've been listening to your voice on, I forgot what show. And then like it makes me happy to see that your voice is also, your face is as cute as your voice. And I was like, I definitely can't like and or reply or acknowledge that comment in any sense unless I go on to this
why
podcast.
can't you like it though?
It's your girl, right? She's Latina too. Right?
I'm not, if I do that, I'm inviting evilness into my life.
Uh-oh.
I'm liking it. You can't. I don't know if y'all have any girls, but you just don't want to get in trouble. It's you're happier without getting in trouble, if that makes sense.
Social media blows everything out of proportion. Now,
1,000%.
Is your girl Latina?
Yeah. She is.
What's her nationality?
She is El Salvadorian.
Okay.
All right. I pray for you.
And let me finish. And Colombian. The Colombian side is the.
Yeah, no, I know.
Is the crazier side.
I know.
I've dabbled in that. I've dabbled in that.
Yeah, I didn't see this, but a laser just passed by. Like right now, I'm getting a hit call
right now.
No, absolutely not.
He's getting the chocolate already right now. As soon as it's over, like
for real. Yes, the chocolate. That's more of a mom thing.
So I've noticed a lot of the. You've done a lot of work. You've also worked with Revolt and Kaz on his stuff. I've seen you do some stuff with that. What is one piece, like one project that you've done or you're currently doing that you're like super proud of?
Wow.
I mean, you're probably proud of everything, but one thing you like, you take a lot of.
Damn, I don't know. I mean, what was cool about, since you mentioned the Revolt thing, Revolt actually sent us to Chicago for the last All-Star that took place. Not 2020, excuse me, for the 2019 All-Star game. Oh no, actually no, it was for the 2021. So before COVID went down, we actually got to go to Chicago. And that was really cool because I think it was Don't Kill Me Revolt, but I think it was sponsored by Mountain Dew. So we got to see like some Mountain Dew, kind of rearrange some stuff, have some nice public events. I got to tape it. I got to work with Kaz, and Kaz just has a lot of experience of not only just knowing how to interview a lot of people, like sports personalities, like entertainment personalities, but he just knows how to make a shoot fun. And if he's not feeling it, he won't feel it, and he'll try to rearrange shit to make it not only fun but look really fucking bomb. Yeah, so we were in Chicago.
It was Mountain Dew. I just looked it up.
It was Mountain Dew. So Mountain Dew. And I had deep dish for the first time, kind of trash. But I ate it. Don't get it twisted. I definitely had it. Do you guys like deep dish? Is this a deep dish?
No, deep dish is trash. Deep dish is trash.
Okay, yeah. What else happened? I had fucking their Chicago hot dogs. Oh wait, hold on one second. Dave, do me a favor. Can you unplug and plug that joint back? You know what I'm talking? Okay, cool. Dave is here. I don't know if y'all know Dave. Dave is also.
I met Dave. I met Dave when the Jobber Tears my wrestling podcast was there, and I annoyed the shit out of him. Yeah. I was annoying the shit.
Well, how did you hold on? How did you annoy Dave? I feel like that would be so tough to do. So I could only imagine.
So he said for something like I didn't annoy him, but so we started dumb early in the morning. I think it was like 9 a.m. We had a film.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I would have been annoyed already.
So I got there at 8:30, I think it was, and nobody was there. So then I end up emailing. I don't know whoever runs the email. I end up emailing them at like 8:50, like, yo. So I'm here. Where is the person that's supposed to be here? Because I'm used to being at Gotham and somebody being there already before I got there.
Yeah.
So when I got there, he gets there, and he does his thing. The video came out fucking amazing, just like at Gotham. And after I was asking him so many questions. I was like, when is this gonna be out? When is this gonna be out? When is this gonna be out? Is it gonna be out tomorrow? Is it gonna be out today? I need it by Friday. Okay, what picture are you gonna have? Are you gonna tag us if you put this picture up? Please tell me now, because this is my first time working with you guys. So I wanted to know all the information in 2 minutes.
That's cool. In fact, I feel like I would more likely welcome that, and I'm sure Dave would too, even though he just walked out. He just walked out. I don't know. He was like, you know what? I think this is my time to peace out.
he said, "That's Wilkins."
Put on his mask and walked out.
Wilkins stole my question that I had to ask, so I came up with another one. Like,
please,
like you deal with other podcasts and stuff like that, besides us and everything like that. What would you say is like something that you want to do in the future, like working with other, like if you had another podcast that you wanted to work with, like that you haven't yet, like that you really want to do, like what would be that?
That's a great question. If there was another I don't know if I were to do another podcast, I would have to be something not crazy, but intriguing. Like the last podcast I really joined or started producing is Hear Me Out with Wayno. And I don't know if y'all check that out, but
I checked that out, yeah.
And that is a podcast I would have never imagined walking into this room and being like, you know who I would have probably good chemistry with? Wayno from even though I never really watched what was that show he was on?
Everyday Struggle.
Everyday Struggle, yeah. I've seen Wayno in passing of like IG and all that stuff, and I'm like, oh cool, he likes doing interviews and music and stuff like that. And then here we go, and Weezy and Alex, shout out to Weezy and Alex who own this place. We're like, yo, so he's trying to do a pod. I know you want to be Mike a little bit more. Do you want to do it? I was like, bet. So I came through. We literally did a test convo. No shit. Like we did a test convo, which we didn't even really call it a test convo. We were just trying to like meet each other. We never met each other. We vibed through. We were like, all right, let's start shooting. It was fun. In terms of a new project, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Even though I have done the podcast before, I probably would do one because I'm sure, as you guys probably feel, even though you guys have, it was Jober Tears, right? That's the wrestling one specifically.
Yeah.
And then you guys have this one in this podcast. What do y'all mainly do? Like, I'm not gonna lie and be like, "Yo, I did mad research on y'all before I got here." But what do y'all have is this full on?
Listen, there's three men talking about their life and all the toxic shit we've been through.
Right. And then so that you just need that sometimes, and especially with your boys. I know y'all probably have your group chat. I got a group chat with my boys and everything, and you just need something like that. You like a place to just kind of let your ideas and thoughts out, whether they're funny, sad, or crazy. And I miss doing that. I miss doing that on my accord. So I'd probably try to figure out of my own show, some other new show, but I would want to make sure I have it set up. I think I even told Dave this like earlier. Like, I don't want to go into doing another show outside. If it's my show, not something that I haven't really prepped and I know I'm sticking to for the rest of my life. Whether it lives on IG, YouTube, or somewhere, or whatever new platform comes out, I just want to make sure it's some bomb ass shit.
Hey, whenever you need somebody, I'm with it. No matter what episode, podcast, whatever you doing, project, I'm in there.
Noted. Got you.
Us fat guys got to stay united.
100%. Yo, Dave just showed me. I got my vegan salad. I ain't vegan. I got my vegan salad. I usually eat like vegetarian or vegan if I eat out right now because I'm trying to lose this COVID and relationship weight. Then Dave had the audacity to show me. Can you bring me that? Would you mind bringing me that? He showed me 16 donuts. I've heard of a dozen, but 16? I was like, are you kidding me? And it's because we had like a special guest here. And look at this shit. You ready? Watch this. Fat Boys Unite.
Oh, that's what is that?
This is dough.
Right? Yeah, dough.
Dough is fire though.
Dough is
fire.
Some good ass donuts.
Look his face.
Let my trainer see this. I'll just put it here. Thank you though. Let my trainer see this. He'll fuck me up. Understandably.
Yeah, dough is really good.
So, you mentioned relationship way and COVID. Yeah. How did you maintain your relationship during COVID? Because you're still a busy guy. You were still working, but yet the world was falling apart. And I feel like a lot of people, relationships did not work out during COVID. Yeah. So can you give us a little glimpse of like, how do you end up staying with Wifey Boo throughout?
That's a good question. Honestly, I'll go into the roller coaster because it wasn't a sailing grace, or I don't know what the fuck is the term. It wasn't easy. At first, it was a lot of too much time spending together virtually. Not like we didn't see each other and shit. Because in my household, you know, we're a little bit more anxious or paranoid. Well, we were when it came to COVID in the beginning, especially, you know, like we wouldn't even have packages come through. Like, you know, we'd feel like the virus was just on everything. If I when I went to the grocery store, I felt like I was like putting on a whole spacesuit, even though it was just literally me putting the mask and gloves on.
I got one of those in the crib.
Yeah,
yeah,
like, hazmat suit to make sure like you no COVID touches your body at all. We'd FaceTime like almost every day. And like from like almost the morning to night, and that was bad. That was a terrible idea in hindsight, but you know, we got to spend time with each other, talk to each other. She was in her apartment in the city, I was with my fam, and like we didn't really want to see each other just for, you know, just to avoid any type of exposure in any sense. Through all that, what kind of kept us together was us trying, I guess, you know, to communicate. We would get into arguments and stuff like that, but like it's easier to, I would say it would probably have been easier to just break shit off because you're not seeing that person. You know, you could just send a text or a VM or some shit and you're just over with it. Yeah, we communicated a lot. We would send each other gifts when things were a little bit more comfortable. We were sending each other gifts via Amazon. It would be like cheap ass gifts, but it was cute. It was the significance of us trying to like communicate in other ways.
Yeah.
You know, and then after some time we got to see each other. It was chill. Like I'd walk my dog and then like I'd walk by her crib or some shit like that and we see each other. And even till now, I mean, it's good. It's good. You know, we get to go outside more. That's probably the benefit. If we could go on a dinner, but we are also just way more comfortable with going out to places and not feeling like, oh shit, we're gonna catch COVID or something like that. Even though I did catch COVID in December, that shit sucked ass, complete ass. Not December, November. Shit sucked.
So I can relate to you with the whole like relationship thing during COVID. Because I wound up meeting somebody like right before COVID started, and then like soon as it just wiped out everything, like that's when the whole talking process started. Like I didn't do the FaceTime thing every day, all day. Like we FaceTimed.
Yeah, I wouldn't have recommended that at all.
Like, I mean, we cooked together on FaceTime one time. Like, you know, she sent me a recipe one day. Like, I had woke up.
That's cute, my nigga.
Yeah, nigga.
That's cute. That was cute, my nigga.
Them tacos were slamming, nigga.
No, you real cute. That was real cute.
Yeah.
That was real cute.
That shit was lit. So you know,
this Carl Thomas ass nigga romantic ass motherfucker here.
Because I'm getting to know, nigga, you done flew out to go see.
Yeah, you went to North Carolina.
Over here try to talk about other people. Like he ain't gonna fly out.
That's different though.
I'm not soft.
I think cooking on FaceTime is way more intimate.
Huh?
Cooking on FaceTime is way more intimate.
Exactly.
Nah.
I just came to bust some cheeks. I went to bust some cheeks.
You know, just with somebody I was looking at, like, yo, this could be a potential girl of mine. So I was like, I bet. So in the sense of dealing with that, it was like, so like you said, you know, y'all talked a lot, FaceTime.
Yeah, you gotta talk a lot.
And then my thing was she wasn't so far, like she was like how you was at first with the COVID. Like I'd never been to her crib. It took me like months. Like, and then even when I came there, she was like, "All right, close the door, stand right there on the doormat. You gotta do a 360 turn. We gonna light you out."
I've definitely done that, by the way. I've definitely gone out like June of last year to go whenever it was shit was like kind of open. Yeah. And I definitely came back home. I was type lit, and I definitely sprayed myself with Lysol. Thinking that I was
she didn't give a. The only time she went, like, because sometimes I would come from straight home to her house. That was different. If I was outside somewhere, she did not play. Like that shit used to annoy me so much, but it was like I understand it.
Yeah.
So it was like, even when she came to visit me at work, like she wouldn't even let me touch it. So like when she finally invited me to the crib, I'm like, you sure? So, but it was like, every time I went over there, the Lysol treatment, you gotta take this shit off, change your clothes, and all of this and all of that.
Look, if you were doing your thing, bro, none of that even matters.
Listen, I was busting ass, but that's besides the point.
Well, chilling, the thing is, y'all better than me because I ended up breaking up with a chick because of COVID. Y'all better than me. I did a whole ass trade.
I mean, me and Shorty not together no more, but it wasn't because of the COVID shit. So
COVID. I had the complete opposite than Eddin and you. It was we were talking all the time and we were arguing all the time. Like,
no, don't get it twisted. I had if my girl's watching, she knows. I'm not even gonna lie. We definitely argued a lot.
But you have more patience than me because I was like, what am I doing?
You know, it depends. You know, when you're encased in your own room, when you're encased in your own room, you know, for months, and you want to go outside, and you're used to being like your job being out. Like, you know, I was DJing before COVID. You know, DJing from like 7 to 4 a.m. and shit. I was taping whatever show I had to go tape, and now I'm stuck inside. Oh man. Like all of your tension and anger just went to I had to go somewhere. You were either working out or you had your girl, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we would argue a shitload. But I mean, yeah, you just had to talk about it. But I guess you just got over it and you were like, fuck that.
I think it was that. But you mentioned that you were used to going out all the time, you know, DJing and everything. How did you maintain? Because you low-key are a content creator. Because even though you're creating other people's content, you're still a content creator. How did you stay busy outside of your girlfriend during that time and still work on your art form?
You're talking about COVID time?
Yeah, COVID time last year.
So I actually got into streaming, like Twitch streaming.
Yeah.
For two things. One of my boys, shout out to my boy Joseph. I used to play Xbox with him. We went to the same elementary school, but I used to play Xbox 360 with him in elementary school and high school. And we play Halo 3 and shit. And then he was like, yo, bro, like I had an Xbox One. And he was like, yo, like I'm playing games and shit and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bet. And so I was playing, I was like, damn, like I missed like talking with my boys, playing 2K and just chatting it up. I was like, oh, but people do this for money. So I was like, I don't know if I would make money from streaming because I know that shit would take a long time. But let me try to learn how to stream. You know, how can I learn how to do it, whatever. Which this is exactly what I've done for past things in my life, where I'll hit up YouTube University. I go on YouTube, I find things out, I read some articles, I'll learn through success and failure and figuring shit out. So I was like, let me do that. But I did that starting with DJing. So I would DJ on stream. And let me tell you, that shit does not feel any of the sense close to good as when you DJ in person. There's no people there. There's no reaction. That shit is not fun to me. It's fun to other people. And I've definitely seen people get a coin from that. Yeah. I would do that shit. I learned how to set up the scenes and stuff like that. It's even interesting because you guys, I don't know if this is like me telling your secrets, but you guys are using StreamYard and shit. But even one company I work with, they were thinking about using StreamYard for certain content they were going to make. Yeah. And it's just knowing how to use these tools and stuff, which actually landed me jobs. It's not post-COVID. You guys wouldn't say this is post-COVID, right?
Yeah, it's kind of post-COVID.
It's like mild post-COVID.
Mild post-COVID. Yeah, you can say
mild post-COVID. Like afterwards, they were like, yo, we need somebody to set up this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I was like, bet, I could do that. So that's the benefit. I got to learn how to stream. I still stream now. I streamed yesterday. Just learning how to switch stuff. It reminded me of the days when I was doing broadcasting because you kind of had to learn how to use all their programs to direct and technical direct and audio and stuff like that. Set every fucking little thing up, and it took time, but it was worth it. So that's how I was creative throughout COVID. I did that. Did I take pictures? I kind of took pictures every once in a while. Like the Black Lives Matter marches would pass by my crib. And whenever that happened, I would just go outside, take pictures of the signs and the people and shit like that. Yeah, that's probably mainly it.
That's dope.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, I know you got to go soon because you're a busy man.
Yes, but I'll tell you guys. I'm not.
Yeah. What's the ultimate goal? Because you've done a lot of dope stuff over the past 3 years. I've been watching your career flourish from like.
You've been watching my career for the last 3 years?
Yeah, I have. I'm a fan of Brilliant Idiots and A Horrible Decision, everything that you're on.
That's fair.
So I've seen you be like Alex's assistant to like coming to Gotham and like working on their stuff over here, now being the head guy at your own at a spot right now. So I've seen the growth over the years, which is why I was really excited of having you on. But what is the goal? Yeah. Do you have any goals right now, or have you accomplished them?
I think just going back to the idea of doing a new show and stuff like that is one for me. I'll come through tons of ideas every day of a different show I could do, right? And I want to be in the forefront and everything. Yeah. But it's not something that like I'm not that excited of yet. And once I hit that note is when I'll really go for it. I would definitely love to have my own show in any sense, whether it's like my fat ass going around New York City and eating different places, or the secret. Even though I don't like doing like the secret spot shows, I feel like now I'm giving out like everything, and I'm kind of ruining it for other people who that was like their gem. So I would just find some other way. Or have you guys ever seen Hot Ones before?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love Hot Ones.
That's one of my goals in life too, is do a food show.
Yeah, a food show. Like that's probably, maybe I'll say that. I'll say it's one of my goals, a food show, undoubtedly. But I just love his interviewing technique. Like when someone really does their research, that is super impressive to me. I'm sure you guys have heard of Nardwuar before.
Yeah.
I love his spirit. Nardwuar just goes through, and if you guys have never heard of Nardwuar before, this dude interviews, or used to interview, I don't know what he's doing now. He'll interview celebrities. You can look it up on YouTube.
It's the most hilarious thing in the world.
It's the funniest fucking thing. Like who would be one of the funniest people I've saw there? I can't even tell you, but there's a lot of people. There's he's interviewed Snoop Dogg tons of times, Questlove from the Roots, mad people, but he'll like just surprise them with the most random fact about them, and their minds will be fucking blown. Or he'll give them a gift to kind of like bring them back to the past. I love watching people react to somebody, showing them that they genuinely made sure to know who they are, and appreciate them for their talents, and understand that, everybody has an origin story, which is where I appreciate you guys having me on to your show to talk about the shit I've done before. Everybody has a past, whether it was some crazy shit or some very chill shit. There's a way and a guide to something. Everyone just has a different one. It's like, parenting is like, I guess there's no fucking guide to parenting. There's no guide to figuring it out.
I get what you're saying, because I'm a parent, so I understand where you're coming from with that.
Yeah,
my daughter's 9 years old, and she almost up to me. Like,
you kind of short, my dude.
I'm not short.
We all short here, so I think Rolato's the tallest person here.
Who's the tallest person here? I'm gonna honestly say, like, I'm probably 5'5".
I'm 5.
No, I'm definitely taller than that.
I'm 5'10".
I'm 5'9".
You heard that? He said I'm definitely taller than that.
Definitely. Like, no lie. Your feet dangle when you sit in a chair, don't it?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I could definitely put my feet down here. Oh, put me on a high chair. Put me on a stool. My feet are dangling.
You can't, like, your girl, is she your height or she taller than you?
No, she's shorter than me.
Oh,
sure. Okay.
All right. So it's I told this to somebody, like 5'1". Like, I can't see myself. Like, we could be arguing. I can't really be mad at you, because you know how women storm off. Like, you storm off to go sit in the chair and your feet dangle. It's like, I should not be mad after that. Like,
but they're shorter, so all the energy is like concentrated. You know what I mean? All the anger is concentrated. You don't want to fight that.
It's like when you see Jigglypuff back in the days, he just used to draw on people's face. Like, you put people to sleep, bro. Like, and
but then when he knocks you out, he takes that marker and disrespects the shit out of you.
Mark all over your face.
So I'll be real with you. I love dating taller women. Like, one of my favorite, like, I have the OD crush on is Liz Cambridge. She's a WNBA player. She's like 6'3", 216. And
I know what you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I've dated a girl that was 6'4" once.
Wait, you're how tall?
I'm like 5'9", 5'10".
Wait, you just said you're 5'5", 5'10"?
No, 5'9", 5'10".
Oh, 5'9", 5'10". Oh, she was 6'3". That's not that crazy.
No,
to
she's
me,
6'3" with no shoes on. And then
heels on.
So she was just dominating.
Where's the big show?
She's pretty tall.
I fucking love it. Let's throw some rapid questions at him real quick.
Yeah, go for it, please.
All right.
You eat ass?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Are you sucking toes as well?
I do not suck toes. My girl just asked me if I like toes today, and I don't.
I
don't.
So Sir Wilkins likes to eat booty, and this is all right. So since you in the world, all right. What do you think about? All right, so during sex, right?
Okay.
What do you think about spitting in your significant other's mouth?
Or dunking
I'm for it.
You see?
Wait, you see the type of woman he got out there?
I'm for it. It's you know what it is. I'll not blame, but I don't even know if I want to say thank. Horrible Decisions and like other sex shows I've seen before, they've opened my mind to it because the spectrum is wide on what you could do in bed. And I'm gonna tell you right now, spitting in someone's mouth is not the craziest thing I've ever heard in terms of doing something with.
I'm glad you said that. What is one of the craziest things you've heard?
Oh, heard. Okay, cool. All right.
You
dead.
some shit.
No.
You can give us a no. Your Eddin is dead.
Get me in trouble. Get me in trouble.
Listen, happened before.
The craziest thing I've heard. There's this dude who that he's done this. He got his blood drawn professionally and then sprayed his blood on some girl's body.
Nope, I got
it.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Kind of goth.
Yo, random story. I was watching Law and Order the other day, and it was the craziest episode I've ever seen in my life. So the episode was, I want you guys' opinion on this. It was about an abusive relationship, but the lady was abusing the husband. Now, so the episode starts off with with the guy laid on the floor, face down, with his asshole bleeding.
Hey,
I gotta go. I gotta go.
So I was like, yo, this is it was a good ass episode. So the whole episode was he kept getting pegged.
The episode got to start good if his ass is bleeding from the establishing shot.
He face down with his ass bleeding. Oh, this shit about to be lit.
He was getting pegged. He was getting pegged by his wife without giving her permission. Like she was just go up in his ass and just like, yo, here.
Yeah, imagine sleeping and just getting ramsacked in your cheeks by your girl. I think it's time for you to go.
I feel like girls have. I feel like women do have a fascination of like trying to put their finger in their guys' booty holes.
I got a friend that lives in Queens, right? She has multiple guy friends, like that deal with women, and on the download they want to get pegged. She had guys that's come to her house that fuck with women, and they let her peg them, like and it's like,
does that freak you guys out? I don't like to get pegged, but does that freak y'all out?
I mean, it doesn't, like, my thing. I don't have a problem with anybody's sex preference. Like,
me neither, but
I'm not doing it. Like, you're not gonna do it on me. Like, we're not gonna try that shit. We not doing. Nah.
Would you do it for a Billy?
Hell no. Now you gonna fuck me in the ass for? Nah, I'm good, fam. I like my asshole to stay a virgin as much as possible.
Exactly.
A Billy though?
Exactly.
You gonna let somebody fuck you in the ass?
I'll think about it.
What if you can't walk right
if it was a chick, I'll think about it.
In out. That's it. Real quick.
In it out real quick. There's a Billy. A Billy's changing your life. You ain't getting one peg in the butthole.
Nah, fam.
First of all, you got to think of the size. You got to think of the. Nah, there's too much.
No, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I'm good, fam.
I'll let you choose.
So, are you gonna let your girl eat your ass in that case?
For a Billy?
In general. Well, you could do a Billy and then in general.
I would rather let my girl eat my ass for a Billy than get pegged for a Billy. 1,000%.
I'm with Eddin. I'm with Eddin. You wouldn't do it?
You got it done for
a
free.
Billy?
You wouldn't do it? You would do it for a Billy?
Have you ever seen a Millie? I would do it for a Billy.
I don't know. I gotta see that money sitting.
I gotta see it right on the table. I gotta see it right on the table.
I love when people are like, "Yo, but is it taxed? Like, is it cash?" It's like, does that really matter? Like, it's gonna be $1 billion.
Is it cash?
A Billy tax is $500 million.
First of all,
is it really? Oh, that's whack. Damn.
I don't know how you.
They take about half.
Half of my claim.
I live in the hood. That Billy's gunk. They gonna be like, why is Lawrence in the hood with an alligator and a cheetah on the leash?
With chinchilla on it.
It's summertime.
He just got his ass ate. Oh, all right.
Oh yeah. Why he walking like that? He got pegged in the butt for the Billy. My asshole. But I got a Billy though.
You can hold that limp. I got fucked for a
place that nobody knows. I'm living life.
Probably be like Thanos in Endgame. He like don't know where the fuck he was after the whole.
All right. So if I do that, can I? Do they have the Men in Black thing for real? Like,
would you never want to remember that? Do you think it would be traumatic?
Not necessarily. It's just that knowing my preference when it comes to sex. Like you ever had when you were growing up in high school how the girls would be like, "Oh, you got a big butt," and they slap your cheeks or something like that,
Definitely.
or they try to dry hump you. Like, nah, like that shit.
I've never had the dry humping.
You never had, like, you go to tie your shoe and a girl come and be like, "Oh, you got a fatty," and they give you the little dry humps and shit. Like, you never had that before. Oh my god!
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm not with the shits.
Yeah, me neither.
Women now slap my ass, and I'm like, we don't play those ass games here. We not doing that. Like,
I've never heard someone be such a gatekeeper for the ass before.
Like,
bro, he's like the biggest gatekeeper ever.
And you know what's so crazy? Because I'll put a thumb in a girl's butt while I'm hitting it from the back. But it's like,
you see, that's karma, bro. They trying to come for you now.
Nah, but it's like as far as like I said, I don't have no problem with people that do that. That's their thing. That's what they into. Like, I don't have a problem with that, but it's just not for me. Like, I won't do that. As far as ass eating, I always said, like, when I get a wife and settle down, that's when I'm gonna be eating some ass. Like,
oh, you wait, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all didn't go through. Do y'all eat ass?
Well,
yes.
He do.
Yo, he was waiting for me to ask that question.
It's not even a question. It's part of life. Part of daily diet.
Dr. Leo's really good?
They don't.
I'm just waiting. Like, I'm
for what?
In my experience, I didn't just eat any old ass. It was usually like a girlfriend of mine. It's never been like a rando. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I did a rando before. I'm not gonna hold y'all.
A rando? Like, what do you mean a rando? Like,
before. I wasn't proud of myself, but she was.
Like, you didn't even know her name?
Like,
you didn't know her name?
I didn't get her last name.
Okay,
I got her first name.
First name's enough.
I got her first name. We were.
Listen, he's better than me because I've had sex with women and don't even know their name. So he works better. He's better than me at that.
I don't think that's the worst thing ever. But I mean, if you ate their ass and you didn't know their name, I feel like I wouldn't let you. I'm not the judgment type, but I'd be like, oh, okay. He has priorities.
He does. But let's wrap up real quick because we have to go and let Eddin got business to take care of.
Yes.
Very cool. Yeah. Any other questions, guys, before we let Eddin go?
Damn, I'm trying to think of a juicy one because you done been on so many podcasts.
Let me know. Yeah, I legit got a solid 10 minutes. Y'all don't got to rush it out or anything like.
I guess what's the next?
If this sucked, I would have been like, all right, I got 2 minutes. 100%. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So, have you ever been starstruck?
That's a great question. I feel like I've said that for every question too. Starstruck? No, I don't think I've been starstruck. That would be like straight up like what's starstruck to you? Like not the movie shit, but like give me like your version of starstruck.
No, my version of starstruck is like somebody walks and you're like, oh my god, it's him or her. Like, holy shit, I didn't expect
you know what? I'll be real. Yes. So 3, 4. When did Bodak Yellow come out? 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
4 or 5 years ago, I was like really DJing, right? It was like probably my second year DJing. I was hanging out with a friend of mine. It was Valentine's Day. We were both single. So we're like, yo, let's just go chill. We go to Donut Pub on 14th Street.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's my spot.
I fuck with that. Yeah, that's a great spot. They really have like mad. I feel like these donuts I showed y'all were like really bougie, huge donuts. They have like an arraignment of like mad different like cool donuts, and they even got like a maple bacon donut, which is like OD, but it was pretty okay. That's how you know I'm a fat boy. I had to go straight into talking about how good the food was and outside of the story. So I'm at Donut Pub. Next thing I know, there's like mad flashes outside. I'm like, what the fuck, right? And then Cardi B walks in, and at that time, I did not give a fuck about what Cardi B said or did or whatever, because I only knew Cardi B from like just doing mad rants on IG and stuff like that. And I was like, this is boring to me. I don't care. But when I saw her, I was like, oh shit, that is Cardi B, right? And I was like, you know what? Let me go take a picture of her real quick, right? Fuck it. And I bought her donuts, took a picture with her. She was mad cool. I was like, oh cool, it was really nice to see her. Next thing I know, Bodak Yellow is going crazy hard. That was probably the most starstruck I've ever been. Yeah.
That area you meet a lot of people for some reason.
Yeah.
14.
But it's weird because I mean she obviously had to be there and know that people were gonna go and stalk the shit out of her. I've never seen there was mad paparazzi outside and shit. I was like, okay, she came to the donut pub.
Yeah, that's it's
Have you guys ever been starstruck?
Rihanna.
Oh, you saw Rihanna?
I saw.
That'd probably be good. That'd be one for me.
The first one, the first time, it was the most random.
The first time.
Yeah, so it was twice I met her. So the first time, I was starstruck, but I wasn't starstruck because I used to promote at nightclubs in the city. Nice. And one of my boys, so you know, you friends with other promoters, he had a party. And for some reason, Rihanna was there. And she was just there chilling. And they were smoking a blunt. And my boy, she just passed the blunt to my boy. This is pre-COVID, obviously. And they're smoking. I was like,
are y'all not passing the blunt postmodern kind of COVID?
Some people are different nowadays. I don't think I was just
everyone in this room that's not it smokes.
I smoke.
I don't smoke.
I pass the blunt still, but I know who I'm smoking with. So
yeah, I haven't been in a scenario where I've passed the blunt and I'm not in a room with people I don't know at all.
Yeah,
but she just passed the blunt to my boy. My boy's just smoking. I was like, holy shit, we're in a blunt. We're fucking Rihanna.
Yeah.
And then one time I went to like this Cuban restaurant. I forgot there's a Cuban restaurant on 14th, like in that area. Yeah. It's like open 24/7. It's like the spot to go to. And I'm walking in, and
is that the same spot next to Donut Pub?
Yes.
That's funny. Look at that.
Yes. So I'm walking in. This is like we just left the club. It's like 3 fucking a.m., 4 a.m. And I'm walking in and she's walking out. I open up the door, but I have my head down looking at my phone. And I look up and I'm like standing face to face to her. And I was like, oh, Rihanna. She's like, hi. And then she walks around me and just continues walking. I was like, that was Rihanna again. And like, she smells so good. Like, so good.
What did she smell like? Would you say
it was like
lavender?
A lot of shit that I can't afford, but with a hint of like some lavender, like very expensive shit, but very humble shit like sprinkled in there. And I was like,
a little bit of sage in there somehow.
Yeah, I was like, oh, thank you.
So for me,
that's probably the best way you could react with a celebrity. I feel like you just say their name, you're excited, and that's it. You just stop there. Don't go touch them. Don't go hug them.
Nah, I've met a lot of them. I would say what Keisha Cole would be one. And it's crazy because I didn't even know it was Keisha Cole. I used to do security for Zara's in the city on 34th and 6th.
Nice.
So like she had came in, but it was like no security. It was just her and like 2 of her homegirls. Like no disrespect to one of her friends. She had on the whole Adidas tracksuit, like the Missy Elliott type shit. And they was just walking around the store, chilling, shopping, and everything's okay. And everybody else, like the employees, is all freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, so the girl, her friend that was with her that had on the tracksuit, she's talking to me and shit. She's like, yeah, you know what Modell's is at? It's down the block this way, right? So off the top of my head, I'm fat. So we got to know all the food spots. So you got to know what's around the food spots. So I'm like, yeah, it's down that way, just agreeing with her. So she's like, you don't even know. You just saying that. So when she leaves, everybody is like, yo, that was Keisha Cole. So I'm like, where? They like, she was just here. So they showed me the picture, and I was like, me and her was just face to face, and I didn't even know it was her. And I'm like, no, bring my wife back here. But it's been a lot like that. I've seen Uncle Murder. Uncle Murder done came in, like he done tore up all the people's
I met
tables.
Fabulous.
Yeah, like
I met Fab.
Who Safari then came in.
Are you talking about came into the Zara you worked at?
Yeah. Like I used
to to shop at
yeah,
Zara.
Like Uncle Murder used to come in a lot, and it used to be so funny. It saddens me because you know when people work retail, like you got people just fucking up your tables after you fold them up and everything. Like he would come in there and just fuck shit up, everything. Like he would buy shit. I'm not gonna sit up there and say he didn't buy shit. Like he would leave with bags. Uncle Murder, like bags with shit. But it was like, damn, they just did all that folding for you to just tear that shit up.
Like,
and
damn.
I was cool with this one girl that worked in the men's section, and she used to every time she used to come and she used to be like, oh, he here now because he about to fuck it up. Like, you know, I spoke to Safari. He was trying to cut the line and shit. I'm like, yo, what's good, Safari? He's like, yo, if you let me cut the line, we could take a picture and all that shit.
Not a bad deal.
I've met Melanie from Black Ink.
At work in there take a picture.
I've met Sky twice in Brooklyn, so you know she was a cool, dope person. Melanie.
Oh, you definitely met mad celebrities.
I mean, I'm all over. Like I do, before I used to do like the security work. Now I'm in like investigations and shit. So it's
look at you stepping up in life. I'm proud of you, brother.
so it's like I bump into him a lot, and it be random. So it's not like something I planned, and then it's like we just vibe out. Like I was trying to take pictures and look how I look in the mirror, in my phone mirror, and then it was like Sky was like, oh shit, we taking selfies, let's take a selfie together and everything like that. So you know, we took pictures, and then some of the girls that was there, they did snaps with her. But you know, I don't really try to be like, oh my god, this celebrity, you know, I fuck with you, I like what you doing, you know, keep up the good work.
Sky's
and if
fire,
anything,
though.
can I take a picture? Like if I was to see you, we gotta take a picture and a shot. We gotta
hell yeah.
Plátano con salami, my man. Like what's up?
Is that what are the top 3 things y'all think Latinos eat, yo?
First of all, my family.
Don't say rice and beans.
I'm Honduran myself.
Me and Rolando,
there you go. Hey,
my family.
Oh, so you want to know? I'm Haitian, so I'll take that. And I've dealt with enough Dominican chicks to know.
Top 3 things.
I think it is plátanos.
Okay. I feel like, I mean, yeah, I'll say play a plátano.
Empanada.
No, it's either empanadas.
Coquitos.
Yeah, my sister do.
You're hitting some staples. You're definitely hitting staples.
Now I forgot the name. Pasteles.
Pastelitos.
I think that's across the board.
Empanadas and pastelitos like hand in hand too. So give me another one.
All right, so
you're missing the OG. You got to think of tamales.
Yes, definitely.
Tamales are good.
The thing about I mess with too many Dominicans.
Yeah.
So
Patelón, that's like a big Dominican dish.
Mofongo's up there.
Mango is fucking disgusting.
Mango is delicious.
Mango is disgusting.
I can eat the fried cheese and the salami, but I can't fuck. I don't.
Is it the color? Because I feel like I'm not surprised if people find the
cameras
color.
move. We can't see you now.
Oh, hold on. Dave, you mind moving the camera real quick?
You fucking those donuts.
Dave is back, by the way. You know what? Dave is like interview over.
Nah, there you go. Nah, he over there killing the donuts with you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're good. You're good now.
Yeah. It's not about. It's just like cauliflower. Like I don't like it because
I love cauliflower.
Like
I get you on that one.
I've had women try to. I tell them like, yo, I don't fuck with this. So because if you cook it, you're gonna be tight at me. So it is like I've had women make mango different ways.
That
like
make me hungry.
Sauce on it. I cut up the salami this way with this and all that fried egg on top of it. Nah, I can't. Nah, that shit is not for me, bro.
That is.
They call that los tres golpes. So it's like with plátano or mango. But it's like it's fried egg, salami, fucking wow. I'm fucking that up.
Boy.
You know what's a good dish? That's a good Spanish dish. Acapulco. I think I'm saying that.
I forgot what is in Acapulco. What is Acapulco?
With the brown beef, the cheese, and the sweet plátano, and then you bake.
Oh, so some people call it Acapulco, and then other people call it pastelón. It's like a lasagna. It's like a lasagna type shit.
Yeah.
It's like a lasagna. It's like a meat cheese lasagna, which is basically lasagna. But
that
with
Jenna
the plantain.
that papas and stuff like that. I can get with that. Like,
Sancocho is my shit. I don't know if y'all
Sancocho. Yeah, it's like a stew.
Stew. Because Haitians make the same thing. It's very similar.
Oh, okay.
So that's the reason I fucking love that shit. I used to run a Puerto Rican restaurant. Mad random.
The fuck, y'all? What do y'all all do? One's an investigator. One used to run it. What do y'all currently do? If y'all don't mind me asking, I don't know if the podcast knows this already.
No, people know. So me personally, I personal train full time. I also am training to be a wrestler.
You personal train as in like fitness?
Yeah, fitness.
All
yeah.
right. You're all right. Me and my stomach gotta talk to you.
So I do that full time, and then I also I'm in training to be a wrestler.
Nice.
And then Rolando's out here to just selling.
You know, he just giving dick out the escorts over here. So
I was working at a restaurant myself, so not like, and I got let go. So, but also I go to school. You know, I go to school and I do this as well. So like
me, I'm just a parent. You know, I do this and then I just work full time. Most of my time is at work. So. And then here, like one day, and then I get to hang out with these, and then be daddy mode and stuff like that. So that's about my life. But I deal with a lot at work. So this man came to see me yesterday, and it was like we almost had to fight somebody. Like, I'm not gonna get into the specifics on what happened because it's like work, so it's confidential.
The shit went down. Well, then let me ask y'all this real quick. As a person who is really funny, which I again appreciate you guys having me here. I don't really like it is weird to think it's been like 3-4 years since I really worked in podcasting, and I'll tell you now, there's never have been something that I thought I would ever not only just be making money out of something is one thing, but like really embodying yourself to do something and be a part of a culture is a whole different thing. And that being said, with y'all doing this podcast for how many years now? How long have you guys been doing this podcast?
Since this particular podcast has been, what is it, like
October? We started October last year.
But I've been doing the wrestling podcast. I have the main. So the Job It Is Network is like think a TV station channel. So we drop episodes every week, every day on the network. So
every day, god damn,
almost, yeah. So the main show is the Job It Is podcast. So I've been doing that for 3 years. And
I was there for the first one.
Yeah, we've been there. That team that I work with on that one. Yeah, we've been doing it for a while. Like we do viewing parties for wrestling. Like we've actually had Kaz on the episode as well.
Nice, hell yeah! Shout out to Kaz.
So we've had Kaz on there. We've been doing it for a while. I think we're over like 150 episodes now. So it's been a minute. And he was doing another show that we used to have on the network called Cats and Dogs.
I've been like similar to this. Yeah, I've basically been doing this for like 2 years because I did a year for the other podcast, like for Cats and Dogs. It was me and a female co-host, a woman co-host. So you got of what a men's concept of things and a woman's concept of things. So
yeah,
I did,
which is always a great dynamic. Yeah. I feel like a lot of podcasts. It was funny because with Say Less, with Kaz, Loki, and Rosie now, Rosie joined us months ago, but it was an added touch that I feel like a lot of people didn't know they needed for that show. A woman's perspective is very important, and especially when you're in a room full of men and you could just see like the polar opposites of shit. It's fun as fuck. And also, I feel like you could get way more like funny conversations like that. It's like how they used to say like men are from Mars and women are from Venus or some shit like that. Like that the difference is what makes it so fun. But all that was to really ask you guys, even just from doing this for a while, what do you guys think is possibly the hardest thing of running this show? Like, what is the hardest thing for you? Because I feel like a lot of people do not, and I'm sure you guys from experience, even just months, know that running a podcast is not easy. Especially if you're trying to like expect some sort of profit from it, whether it's from experience or from money. What do you guys think is the hardest thing in terms of running a podcast?
Consistency, because a lot of people sometimes
consistency.
Like I've had offers, like mini little offers for like little TV stations, like from the other podcast that didn't work out. So it's like end goal now is like maybe I can get this there. So it's like, being consistent, like sometimes communication will fall off, like depending on what it is, like, and then you dealing with other people, so sometimes you're gonna clash and butt heads. You got to understand, you got to disagree sometimes. Like it's not nothing biased, so it's not nothing to you, because at the end of the day we all working at the end goal to do the same thing,
right?
So it's like and then for me personally, like I got into doing podcasts because I thought it was cool, like I was there for Wilkins' first show before the Jabba Tears Network.
Yeah.
So it was like I seen it as, oh, this shit is dope. Like I want to do this shit. It wasn't like, oh, I can make mad money from this. Like I seen it as like, this is something I could get into. I could tell stories that I've been through. I could joke around, laugh, and there's people that are here shit that I'm talking about. And it's been like, oh, I've been through that. Like, we don't just talk about eating ass. Like, it's shit that we really been through.
You gotta talk about eating ass.
Yeah, you gotta put the ass eating.
I feel like every show I've seen, even the new shows, we have so many shows that come through here at WTF Media Studios, and it's really nice because I feel like a lot of people think it's only like the big podcasts that come shoot here. And that's not true at all. We have tons and we're making sure to promote that too. We have tons of big and small podcasts. There's one podcast I do called Let's Just Leave It at That with Tiff and Tanny, cousins. They come through, talk about like relationship advice, their own experience. They both got kids. They talk about mad other stuff. And I produced that show, and it was crazy because they were just like, "Yo, we're on episode 12." I'm like, "Y'all on episode 12?" Like, what? They literally came here when the studio opened in February. And to see them like on episode 12, like wow, and they've grown so much from then and now. What do one of y'all edit the show or something like that?
So Gotham does most of the editing for us. For me, it was at first I was just doing it just to do it because I was on another podcast and me and him split and I was just doing it. And the Job of Tears one was just like, yo, people are fucking with this. Now this is bigger than us as a team, because it was the wrestling one, and I was just like, I'll just keep going at it. But then people was like, yo, we love what you're doing, and now I realize it's bigger than us. So we do viewing parties, we do events, and then this one was just like, I just want to talk with my friends.
Yeah, just talk shit.
Just talk shit with my friends, and I'll see where it goes. Like, I don't think you should put too much pressure on yourself when you try to put like monetize things and like, oh, I want to this and this to come out of this. And then, yeah, you want to have gold, but I don't want to put too much pressure on that. My whole thing is I have like this weird mentality. Like, I just want to get better. Like I told them to them, I was like, I put them a list of stuff we should be talking about next episode. And they were like, why you have it? I was like, because this is stuff that we could do to get better and like get better at what we're trying to do. And like,
that's true.
Yeah. It's just, I'm just all about growing. I love creating like these types of things and then just getting better at it.
Yeah. I feel like one thing I've told every new and growing show here at the studio is that you gotta have structure. When I was doing Too Much Internet, which was a podcast I did with my buddies Hector and Karina, we kind of had a structure. But then we would go off on a tangent and rant and whatever, which is the most normal thing you could do on podcasts. The crucial thing for a podcast is it is still a convo, and y'all still just talking shit and whatever. But the structure helps you bring it back and organize and know when to start, when is the middle, and when's the end. For you guys, right? And before I go, I'm curious, what is each of y'all's favorite episode since recording from October of your show? That's right. I'm interviewing you guys.
Yeah.
Fucked up. Favorite episode.
You guys didn't know this was happening, right? The one where you got that $50 escort?
What?
What? Oh yeah, my man is the escort killer for a reason. He's
the escort killer.
Yes.
He's the escort killer. He's the escort killer. I am your host, Mr. Hitter with the wee wee. So I am your host, Mr. Hitter with the wee wee. Oh. This is the escort killer here, and this is Reverend Milk Dud. Welcome to the show.
So I'll let you think a little bit. So my favorite, I have two.
Yeah.
My favorite, just like chill episode was when we found out that he had like multiple women. That he was dating multiple. It was one of the hypest I ever got.
And you talked about this publicly on the podcast?
Yeah, we speak about this all the time.
Yes.
And then he was dating multiple women. I was so excited about it.
I was talking to not dating, talking
to it. I was so excited about that. My other favorite one was having Santana Red, the porn star, on here.
Oh yeah, of course that was his favorite one.
That one was because I didn't think she was gonna answer me. That was one. And then sometimes I've been doing like the podcasting for a while, and when you interview people, like you've been mad cool, you would chill, you just been just shooting the shit with us. It is so hard sometimes when people don't want to talk. Like they just kind of come on just to come on.
Yeah.
And then, but she was just like, it was like talking to one of your homegirls.
I think that's the fun relationship you get with people in having them as a guest on a podcast. The last thing you ever want, which even with Wayna, we want to definitely have a guest coming up soon. It's not going to be an interview kind of thing. It shouldn't be an interview. I mean, y'all are asking questions, but that's different. An interview, you guys are just straight up asking me questions and that's it. And I say yes or no, and that's not fun.
Yeah.
Just shoot the breeze.
With the podcast format, like you get to go into any hypothetical you want to go into. You are just chilling. You're I wish could have done it over there because like we have all these tapings here, but there's also a difference between like when you're doing it on StreamYard or Zoom. Zoom podcasting was a thing for me 2020.
We did that shit too. That shit was trash. Yo, we not even gonna speak about the fact that we was in the middle of an episode, like halfway in on my other podcast that I was doing with my female co-host, and the shit fucked up the audio to the fact that we had to start again. You don't know how annoying it is to have to say everything over, and it's like,
and it's not genuine. That hurts. It hurts because you're just like, damn, like they probably already said something funny in the first few minutes, and now you gotta re-record it, and then
so it's been plenty of episodes on Zoom, so it's like you like how they get the how they say like when you think of something and they just send you into like, oh my god, no, not that again. It's like Zoom. We're gonna have a Zoom podcast session. Nah, I'm gonna sit this one out then. Like it's too much bullshit. Like so it was like, nah, I can leave that alone.
Nah, it was a weird time with that because we were trying to knock out episodes. I was trying to knock out episodes on all the brands. Like, we still doing this. I don't care if we shut down. We got StreamYard. We got all this shit. We try to do this. And then I remember when Gotham opened back up, because Gotham is home for us. I was just so fucking excited. I was like, we're back. we can come back.
Touch each other now.
They had condoms on the mic. We was lit out here. Huh?
That is the funniest. I've definitely seen like some other studios do that too. Like for us, like we'll sanitize everything like between shoots. And the condom thing was the funniest thing, just seeing that, because I'm like, do y'all just switch it out every time? Like,
they switched it out every time.
Okay.
Like they were so anal about it because pause.
Very pause.
But that was the pause.
Yeah, because they were so anal because it was like they opened like as soon as the city opened back up, like a little bit, like 10% of the city opened back up, and they were open back up, and they want everybody to feel safe. And we see the condoms on there, and as soon as we took one step out, there was like 3 of them rushing into the room.
Yep.
Good.
Oh yeah.
So I never got that at it, but yeah, that Zoom shit was trash. But we did it, and with the beauty about it is when I first started doing podcasts, we didn't know how to have guests who work in the same city as us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the beauty about having StreamYard and Zoom is like somebody could be in fucking Timbuktu where you can still do a interview or show with them.
Yeah, that's I 100% agree with you. I work as an editor, well, an art editor, I guess, for this record pool called Heavy Hits Pool.
How many jobs you have?
A lot of different jobs. There's a lot of different things I do.
You didn't hear this man? He said he the jack of all trades.
Yeah, which is like it used to be a prideful thing, but I'm not gonna lie to you. The jack of all trades also hits where you like you've heard of the master of none kind of thing, and you could see like sometimes it's better to just focus onto some shit that you really want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even with that being said, but I also do love having, cash in my pockets.
Yeah.
With Heavy Hits, we got to interview a lot of different artists. And shout out to my mentor, Randy Reyes. He works for Atlantic doing DJ promotion and record promotion. But we did interviews with Pooh Shiesty and other people, and that was highly accessible to so many other people to be there while that interview happened because of Zoom.
Yeah.
Now like there is really kind of like low key no excuse. We'll have on Say Less, we had Wyclef Jean like come through on he was on vacay or some shit, but we do a Zoom call and now we got Wyclef Jean on the show. So that's a huge benefit.
I saw that. But let's get out of here. I know you're a busy man. Yo, Eddin, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here. Appreciate it.
For having us.
Appreciate it, man. Soon, hopefully, we can have you in person. You could bring some of those donuts with you.
All right, definitely.
I don't know what we're gonna do with this. Now that he said that he's a personal trader, now I feel like he's judging me. Like, yo, how many donuts is gonna be?
Yo, it's been times. Yo, you gotta see the video. No lie, Wilkins, he a funny dude sometimes. The man made a video like he was buying drugs on the staircase. Come to find out, it was a claw donut.
Yeah.
So he eats the stuff like
I don't eat it too much. Don't stop telling people.
He eats Taco Bell and all that, but he doesn't do it as much as probably me and you or stuff like that. So don't feel ashamed to bring donuts here.
Now for me, you know what it is for me is the late night eating, bro. The late night eating.
I do that sometimes myself.
It's the worst thing. Yeah, but you probably eat like kale and shit at like 12 a.m. Like I can't do that.
Nah, you gotta. I mean, see, I think it's the late night eating comes because you're really supposed to be asleep at a certain time, and then on top of that, you bored. Your body wants to power it down, and it's like you ain't got shit to do. What am I doing? Like when you get bored, what you gonna do? You gonna eat some shit?
No doubt.
So
shit sucks.
But peace, Daddy-O.
Yo, thank you so much for having me here, y'all.
Appreciate it.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to like end the call? I don't know what to do.
Nah, I'm gonna get you on social media. Don't put the notorious one. We gonna get you.
Oh, of course, please. Hell yeah.
Gotcha.
Cool.
It was a pleasure having you.
1,000%.
Are we ending the episode?
Yeah, we end the episode.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. For a minute, I was like, I don't know what am I supposed to do?
Before we get rid of Ian, sir,
Eddin.
Damn! Wow! Wow!
My week has been crazy. Even
listen, he don't remember names. He smashed
I just told you. I smashed the chick and didn't remember her name.
Hey guys,
so I'm not even talking about the white girl. I'm talking about somebody else. But do you want to plug your stuff like
Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah. Follow me everywhere on IG and Twitter and Twit. This is it's so funny because I'll see people do this and this is weird for me to do this. Follow me on IG, Twitter, and Twitch at Thank You Eddin. Make sure y'all check out every show here that we do at WTF Media Studios. We're here at 265 Canal. Check out Say Less with Kaz, Low-Key and Rosie, Horrible Decisions, Brilliant Idiots, Hear Me Out with Wayno. Damn, we do a lot of shows. Yeah, so yeah, check out all those shows and check me out and check out these guys over here. First time I ever had to go on a show and talk about eating ass. So, that's how you know it's quality.
All right, brother.
Peace out.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having us on.
Yes. All right.